Hello, I'm Scott Whitaker with Arctic Air Services. We started our business from the ground up and grew it based on the service end of the industry. We own over 50 vehicles, which we depend on every day to make our business run smoothly. We know the value and importance of offering great production and excellent service. That's why we choose Connolly Buick GMC, because they provide us with the best cars and trucks and have a service department second to none. Next time you're in the market for a vehicle, I highly recommend Connolly Buick GMC, where they'll treat you like family.
No, we're okay. Hey guys, Chris Conley here from Conley Buick GMC. Kickoff's right around the corner. Buckle your seatbelts and hold on tight. It's time for some Tiger football.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC. TigerVision is brought to you in part by Conley Buick GMC, Conley Subaru, Arctic Air, Carl Reynolds Law, Jax, the North River Prevention Partners, Garrett Richard, Clicking Spree, Minnesota Pools, Coastal Mobile Screens, Bull and Tiger.
We are live broadcasting from Paradise at Harley Stadium on the campus of Palmetto High School, located on Florida's beautiful West Coast. We thank the #1 fan base in the world for joining us here on TigerVision, as presented by Conley Buick GMC. Tonight we're bringing you the 2024 Fall Classic as the visiting Lakewood St. Pete Spartans square off against our Palmetto Tigers. I'm Brian Varnador, and I'm joined tonight by my broadcast partners, Ken Burton Jr., Tom Portner, Troy Bellamy, and the incredible production staff of TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC, and, of course, Stephen Johnson in our Atlanta studio. Well, Ken, Tropical Storm Deb soaked Manatee County with a lot of rain last week, but thanks to the efforts of the school district of Manatee County and our great new field here at Palmetto High School, the field looks great, and we should have a beautiful West Coast Florida sunset to show our viewers tonight. With that, I'm going to turn it over to my broadcast partner, Mr. Ken Burton Jr., for his thoughts. Ken.
All right. Thank you, Brian. Good evening, everybody. Exciting for another season to get to work with you, Brian, Tom, and Troy for a full season of Tiger football. We're going to do 11 games, hopefully a few more, make the state playoffs. And it's always exciting, as you were talking about Tropical Storm, Debbie, that we got to get through the tough part of the year with the weather, but eventually when you play football, it gets cold, so I'm excited about the cool weather coming. Now, tonight's game against these Panthers is the high school equivalent of a preseason. For the coaches, it's a litmus test to see where the program is after 2 weeks of practice in the brutal Florida sun, and I don't miss it, and I know you don't either, Brian. For the first time, to get to play under the lights in real conditions, get some much-needed game film for evaluation, and some starting positions will be won tonight, at least for the first week. But I'm most excited is to have Coach Eric Sanders as our new head coach. This is, Brian, day number 85 on the job for him. It's our third head coach in 2 years, so a little adversity there. And when he was hired, our AD had the best quote, and I'm going to share it with you. And it was, and we've had this conversation many times going up against him when he was at Braden River. There were times when we played them that we felt we should have beaten Braden River, and we lost. We hated facing him. Before Tom Brady came to the Bucs, we all hated him too, until he signed with the Bucs and then became the greatest guy in the world. And that's what we're feeling about Coach Eric Sanders tonight, Brian.
Yeah, I'm also excited to have Coach Sanders here at Palmetto High. You know, you and I, Ken, over the years, we sit in the press box. Sometimes we've been able to hear him. We have noise-canceling mics here, but we've been able to hear him call play down, call plays, the perfect play for a certain look, certain defensive set. You know, and you and I, we have to call the game, and we're thinking this would work or that. Or you have a cornerback that goes out with a cramp late in the game. You're hoping the trainers will cover him up so they can't see what number. What do you get? First play out the gate, excited new replacement cornerback in the game. There goes the old out and up or the wheel route down the boundary for a touchdown. You know, it's been very frustrating. But as a student, you know, as a guy who enjoys football, I've enjoyed, you know, his play calling over the years. You know, I really think ultimately the goal of great high school coaches is to help provide student athletes an opportunity to utilize their talents and skills to learn more important life skills or to continue to perform in college, often with scholarship opportunities.
Yeah, speaking of scholarships, you know, during his 12 years as Braden Rivers offensive coordinator, Brian, Coach Sanders sent countless players to the next level, and believe it or not, 11 at the D1 11 D1 players. That's almost one person per season. There's not many 1D1 athletes.
Now, that's why good coaches are, like Coach Sanders, are so important to the community. Now we're going to pause, and we're going to stand for the national anthem. Hey, Ken, let's talk about the the staff that the Tigers have put together here.
Yes, yeah. Thank you, Brian. With a great coach, you can only be as great as the people you surround yourself with and your players. And Coach Sanders has put together a great staff. So on the offensive side, let's talk about the offense. Coach Sanders is going to be the play caller, but fellow UNI, Northern Iowa alumni, Breon Carnes, is titled the offensive coordinator. He's coaching the quarterbacks. Sanders actually coaches the offensive line. And Brian, who do we need to be watching this season? Starting with some guy named Jackson Roth, maybe a quarterback.
Yeah, these are notes provided to me by Kyle Toma here, new quarterback number 9, Jackson Roth. He's a senior. Speed back number 6, Van Trez Yarn Jr. And then there's another power back that's been added here, number 41, Marquez Birdson. He's what I would call a thumper, in there against the Mike linebackers. We have number 1 wide receiver, Simeon Matt, elite speed. We have number 14, Nazir Pitchford, sophomore with unique skill set. A very familiar Palmetto name here. Number 2, Joe Hills. He's a very physical wide receiver with excellent ball skills. The offensive line is talented with seniors number 63, Ladarian Williams, and number 62, Michael Lambert leading the way. Now, left tackle, something to watch here tonight, junior number 71, Stephen Aristil, 6'6", 330 pounds.
He definitely will pass the eyeball test when the coaches come into town. On the defensive side, Coach Sanders brought a guy I've known for a long time, Matt Arcadia. Follow him on Twitter. He's going to be our defensive coordinator. We also have the return of Matt Brazelton, who left us for 3 weeks, is back as assistant head. He went to Braden River, came back with Coach Sanders, going to be our assistant head coach and defensive lineman. Team speed is above average, and the defense is some guy named Paul Smith comes to mind. Who else do we have, Brian?
Yeah, looking here, and I'm reviewing the notes by Kyle Toma here. But Troy is joining us in the booth here, and he's going to talk about, and he's very close to some of these players, and he's going to talk about some of the other players here.
Well, we have starting lineup, Jamari Smith. He's out due to a minor leg injury. Again, this secondary is young. We lost a couple of players from the secondary and at the linebacking core, but we do have number 24, Paul Moore, who gained some valuable experience last year as a player coming up between varsity and junior varsity, and had a decent spring game. Paul Moore is going to be a thumper there. We also and there's a lot of versatility at these athletic positions. Go ahead, Ken, and tell us a little bit about St. Pete Lakewood's profile.
St. Pete Lakewood, head coach Corey Moore in his 18th season, 115-64 record. They are a small school power in recent years. They have put 17 players in the NFL. You may remember the Griffin twins from UCF, the one that didn't have a hand. They both, I think, may still be active in the league. And a guy I know that was involved with the Braden Gladiators, Ernest Givens, who had a great NFL career. Now, they're just Class 2A. They're the same as Cardinal Mooney. First season ever for the coach. Last year they only won 2 games. Just doing a little bit of research, one poll had them ranked 4th best team in Pinellas County, and then you got to realize they have 40 some odd schools there, and also their players. They're loaded back up. Several players ranked as top 5 Pinellas County players in their position. So, as I said earlier, a great litmus test for the Tigers tonight. So now let's get some questions answered, get some good film, play balanced on offense, stop the run on defense, win the kicking game, and build some momentum as we head into the opener next week against Alonzo.
I think some of the keys to the game with Lakewood Spartans here one vulnerability we saw last year with the Palmetto Tigers. The Spartans need to come out and establish the run, look for them to pound the rock tonight, and eliminate the turnovers and penalties, win the track meet, play discipline on defense, keep the skilled players on the field. And tonight, it's a hot night, and one of the factors you see in the fourth quarter is, it becomes cramp 30, and you got to keep them hydrated out there.
And again, for the Tigers, stop the run, play fast but not in a hurry, don't over-pursue, don't give up big plays to the speedy team, balanced offense. So what they want to see from their quarterbacks and skilled players, clean exchanges with the backs, eliminate turnovers, no silly penalties, stay ahead of the chains, keep them guessing, which I know Coach Sanders is going to do a good job with, and execute the plan.
The bright Florida sunlight. We've got white with light gold jerseys out there, Ken. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge here as we talk about the players that are out there on the field. Looks like number 45 will be.
I can barely see his number, and he's right there in the middle of the field.
Yeah, it's actually, and it looks like we have.
It's like
it's going to. So opening up the new season here, new coach.
The Eric Sanders
lots of new faces
about
out
ready
there.
To begin.
And here we go. It is a short kick. It's going to be fielded there, and it's muffed there.
You
and
better
it's still
get
down
on
on the ball. Ball's loose, and it's going to be Lakewood.
Oh, it's still
fighting for it. Looks like Palmetto Tigers fortunately recovered the ball. Now what you have here, we have that beautiful sunset out there to the west that's dropping down on the horizon. You're looking at those shadows. The shadows right now are probably 12 to 15 yards long. The receivers look up into that high sky, and that sun is right in their face. We often see that early on with 7 o'clock kicking.
And a great strategy. If you don't win the toss, you make them have the quarterback have to throw into that and block and run and everything. So they almost pulled it off there, Brian.
So new quarterback Jackson Roth will go back there, and he's got Trez Yarn with him in the backfield. 2 receivers out here to the right. Hands the ball off, and a big hit, ball's out on the ground, and it will be recovered at the 20, so it's second down. Tigers very fortunate. Big hit by the linebacker there.
Yeah, we've dodged a bullet 2 times. Brian, 3 strikes, and you're out. They need to hold on to the ball. Part of the game plan is here to be balanced, and they've got to execute the run to set the pass up here, and but hold on to that ball.
Brings up a second and about a very long 13 here for the Tigers. Out wide is Nazir Pitchford, the sophomore wide receiver. This time he throws it out there to Pitchford, looking for a block, and ball goes right through his hands. Had a pretty good block out there by number 2, Joe Hills, but that brings up a 3rd and 13.
Yeah, you can see there's some opening game jitters tonight. So a lot of these kids, this is their first varsity game experience. So I guess need to settle down and play Tiger football here. Let's see if we can move the chains here on a 3rd and long.
Simeon Matt is out wide with Joe Hills lined up in the slot this time. 1 single receiver out wide to the left. Good look thrown out there. Very deep throw, deep out. It's going to be a nice gain on the play, but it's still going to be about 5 yards short of the first down, bringing up a punting situation.
Yeah, it's just good to get a pitch and catch to get a little bit out of this drive. You hate to have a 3 and out, but got some positive yardage, and brings up a punting situation for the Tigers. Chase Henson, number 90, is our punter this season. Is also
and there's a false start by the Tigers. Joe Hill's a little aggressive trying to get out there and make a play on the returner. Returner looks very good. Unfortunately, we can't see. He's got a very long hair in the back there, turned his back to us, and I'm unable to see as the game progresses here. We'll get you the numbers. We've got another false start. They're going to sort that out on the field. So,
Side judge Lewis Morrell, class of 1979, Palmetto High, was a pretty good running back in his day.
the Morels, they could play. They could
They
all
could
run.
play.
All run, and they could
They
all
were
play.
at the Hall of Fame thing, and I said, "Who can outrun who?" And they didn't tell me. I know they can beat me. This is sophomore punter.
Low snap, plenty of time, runs to the right a little bit. Low driving flat kick. It's going to be returnable there. He's up at the 35-38,
Good
and then
coverage.
tackled there. Great tackle there, and that's Joe Hills on the play. Oh, there's a penalty that was missed. A little retaliation there. So that was actually number 7, Zion Roberson, the junior. Now Zion's going to now take his place on the defensive side of the formation.
Look for junior linebacker number 24, Paul Moore. He's the leader of the defense. Expecting big things out of him this year.
And everyone in the press box is trying to get a number out here. Pretty hard to see. My guess would be that it's Aiden Wallace, the 5'11" quarterback. Little jet sweep motion opens up the middle, and it's going to be a nice gain on the play of 6 yards.
Yeah, they looked very poised there. Quarterback had a nice read. Running back followed his blocks and got off to a nice gain there.
Tigers are very speedy on defense. You've got 2 interior linebackers out there in a lot of sets, and 2 outside linebackers or 2 backers, and they kind of went with the flow on that jet sweep and opened up the middle there. Mm-hmm. Wallace looks to the sideline. This time they're going to run it right up the middle again, breaks a tackle, and another first down on the play all the way to the 40-yard line. 9 minutes and 24 seconds remaining here in this first quarter.
They have 2 great running backs, number 5, Jamari Sanders, and then Tayshawn Bell. As a tandem, they were ranked the 5th best running back in Pinellas County. Flying under the radar a little bit. The powerful Sanders is the power back. Bell, on the other hand, is the big back.
So Sanders is going to take this one. It's they're going to line up in a pistol formation here. Big set, only 1 receiver, and now he got a big run up the middle of the field, and he's going down all the way to the 23-yard line. First down, even easy sled. One of the keys to the game we talked about, Palmetto this year really needs to establish that run defense.
Yes. Matt Arcady, he says that's our defensive coordinator, so that is our first priority. We have to stop the run, and they're struggling a little bit about that at the moment.
Really humongous size line here on the left side over here.
Yes.
Huge offensive tackle out there. Runs it up the middle of the field again. Coming back. Now there's going to be a hold on the play. The flag came in from the back.
Those 2 guys on the right there.
So that's going to be holding.
Okay.
And that's really so far. Another key to the game. It's a fall classic. You expect holding and silly penalties in there. That one's going to back them up because they're really they've been executing wonderfully well on this first drive.
Yeah, this will put them the first time that they're behind the chains. Did they pick up a first down there? It's indicating so.
No, that was the first down, and they got the holding penalty.
And then the holding penalty, so it looks like it's like a 1st and 20 here.
Correct, because it was right at the line of scrimmage there. This time, that's got to be the big back in the backfield. I mean, he has some really nice size to him. Looking at this look, this time they missed 2 tackles back in the backfield, so it goes for a gain of 9 on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Yeah, Their running back tandem here, they're not getting touched until they hit the second level, so they already got positive yards, and they complement each other, and we're seeing that. This could mean great things for Lakewood this year if they've got a real good, strong running game.
Creeping toward the line of scrimmage is Stansel. This time they throw it out there late. That's an incomplete pass. He threw that slightly forward, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 11. Really a nice wrinkle, but the pursuit, one thing about these Tigers, they're small, but you could see those defensive backs were pretty good position to keep that from being a gain, really.
At number 15, Arthur Amarim provided a little pressure that might have hurried him just a little bit.
Okay, so here's a look at
big play here.
The
big
speed
play.
Running back in the backfield. Ken, 3 receivers out to the right. He stops, steps up. It's being chased. There was a clear hold there, not called. Now he throws the ball complete down the sideline for the first down. You know, I'm not seeing the replay here tonight, but there was a clear hold on the right tackle.
I saw it too. They just missed that. And nice pitch and catch. Moved the chains. Tigers had them in a good situation there, but now that looks like they're about 1st and goal, right about the inside the 10.
What we call traditionally the Asa Power red zone, ball spotted on the 9-yard line. St. Pete driving via the run. Now that was the one pass completion, very effective with the run going so well. Shifting things around. And a timeout called. Aiden Wallace didn't like what they were seeing over there with the Palmetto defensive formation, so that'll be the first time out of the half here in the quarter. Is 6:56 on the quarter.
Yeah, Matt Arcady dialed something up that they probably wasn't expecting, so they're regrouping and again, this is an exhibition game. It doesn't count on your record, and so you're gonna see them take learning opportunities here during the game to shore things up before we hit the regular season next week.
Wanted to get a listen to Tom Porter from the Arctic Air sideline, trying to get Tom's attention there. But here with the pause in play, it has been all St. Pete Lakewood to this point. Palmetto very ineffective on that first series, and St. Pete Lakewood just driving the ball right down the field. First and 10, ball is just inside, or it's 1st and goal, ball is just inside the 10.
Yeah, they can't get a first.
After much discussion here, we believe Jeremiah Washington is number 28 in the backfield, riding right side car. This time they're throwing the fade out there, and that is caught by the big receiver. And so you saw the size of the athlete out there, and I believe number 4, Keontae Bias.
Yes. Their wide receiver trio is ranked number 3 in Pinellas County, and Bias number 7 there is a force to be reckoned with. Fast and elusive weapons. We're seeing that firsthand so far here. And quarterback stared him down the whole time and threw it up, and 50-50 ball there, and made a nice catch.
Just kind of a post corner fade, you know, not a back to the back of the end zone, and perfect placement of the ball, big receiver.
Yeah, 6'2", 180, listed as an athlete.
Good snap. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 6:49 on the clock, the Spartans lead the Fall Classic 7-0. And I believe the Cole Sosa Jones may have been the kicker on that. We got some rosters very late this afternoon, but I believe that's it. You know, we're having some challenges here tonight. And
we're having our preseason.
Having our preseason here in the sunshine. You absolutely cannot see the numbers on these jerseys out there. Kudos to the Tigers tonight. They've got the black with a nice red lettering that helps you on opening week. Now, it is number 45 that's kicking off there, and that's Jason Lawrence here, who's listed as a linebacker, is going to be the kicker.
He kicked it the first time. Of course, they kicked away from Simeon Matt, and we almost lost it on a fumble, kicking it up right into the sun. It's a great strategy.
Yeah, so you can look for Joe Hills over there. He's far on the left boundary. You got Simeon Matt back there. Look for a high kick in this situation. Look at those long shadows out there to give you an idea how difficult it is. High kick, and that one's going to be short.
No.
And you can't advance that, but it will be St. Pete Lakewood's ball there on the 22-yard line. They're discussing that, but, obviously you can't advance that.
He almost could have caught that thing over his shoulder like a pass and just taken it on in because there was nobody there. But catch that ball. You got to catch it. And it's easier said than done when he's kicking into a little bit of a wind coming out of the northeast with the sun in your eyes.
It's one of those things here at Palmetto High School at this time of the year, you might consider just deferring, or making the change. We want this side of the field for the opening possession.
Because we're halfway through the first quarter, and it's still a factor.
Aiden Wallace will be back there, big looking back in the backfield. Palmetto linebackers creeping up. There's
got him.
Good penetration there, and he's going to be tackled for a loss of about 4 yards. Now there's the trade-off that you see. Paul Moore extremely fast, and Stansel fast. However, they're not 230-pound linebackers, so those are the kind of plays that they have to make.
Yes. Squirt through those holes and hit that running back dead on before he gets to the line of scrimmage, and great things will happen. It looks like they lost 7 or 8 yards. So we got them playing behind the chains here. Maybe we can get a 3 and out here.
Boy, the sophomore defensive end Chase Henson, number 90, on this side of the formation. For a sophomore, looks like he goes about 6'3", 6'4", and about 205 pounds. That's great.
Phil, he could be 255 in no time.
So that's going to be.
Is it water break time? No. Forget what the cross in your arms are.
Usually they give you the water break sign. Yes, that is a water break. There it is.
There
he gave us the little water break.
Yeah,
so that is now time for a water break. 5 minutes and 47 seconds here on the clock here in the first. Now, Ken, if that call has been changed, arms across the shoulders like that, and they no longer give you the water break drink thing, that's a new wrinkle for us here.
Yeah.
Because generally they give you that. And I'm sure some of the haters out there on the podcast, are talking about these guys don't know the rules, and you would be correct. So,
yeah. Usually it's easy to tell because if it's around 6 minutes, that means half the quarter's over. So they're going to take a water break.
That's kind of
that is a FHSAA rule. It's in the rules.
That's right. That's right. And now. We've got 5:47 on the clock. Look at the size of that left tackle.
That kid is he just got an offer from UCF, and he's a 2-star athlete. He's 6'7".
Aiden Clinton.
Yes.
6'7", 280.
Yes, he just got an offer from UCF.
Sure, he has the look. Now they've moved. Now that set there, but that is the look. And he does, that's a big athlete out there, but he doesn't look uncoordinated. That is a left tackle.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So, somebody that size, as he continues to develop, he can play a long time and make a lot of money. Yeah, he's head and shoulders over everybody, Brian.
Yeah,
now the other guys on the line are pretty big too.
And there's Chancellor Campbell out there, 6'8", 285, and 6'9", 280.
And this is a Class 2A football program.
Good
They
gracious.
have reloaded.
Okay, well, you can see why they're running the ball effectively now. This time they throw one out there. There is a flag down on the play. Looked like one of the receivers kind of held up one of the defenders there for Palmetto, so this one will be coming back. Spot foul.
Matt Brazelton's pointing to take the penalty.
So the spot looks like it was on the 43, takes the penalty.
Back to the 28, 10 yards.
That's
33, right?
That's right.
Yep. 33. They have to get to the 24-yard line of the Tigers for a first down, so Tigers need to play assignment ball here and not let them have a big play. I'm going to get this ball back.
Okay. I looked at the spot, where they called the play, but
they're different.
A little different. So it's second and forever here for the Spartans.
14, so second and about 35.
3 receivers out here to the left, 1 single out wide. Pistol depth. Stops back. Boy, he looked good in the pocket. Stepped up. Now he throws it down the boundary. He's got him on the out and up, hook and go. And that's one of those routes that you saw him nibble on the cheese over there, didn't you, Ken?
Yes, I did.
But good footwork by the quarterback there. You saw the way he was able to avoid the pressure, step up.
Stepped up into that pocket and threw a perfect pass that was easily caught with the sun in your eyes. And they're knocking at the door again, Brian, looking to go up 2 scores.
That was Roberts, number 11.
On the reception, that was number 11 there, which is Damari Roberts, 6'3", 165. Man, they've got
fast and elusive weapon is what I'm reading about them.
So
they're all seniors.
First and goal from the 4. Now coming in late comes a little wing back over there, or a tight end for this formation. Then they run the ball to the right. He steps, jump cuts, hosts the Tigers in on the tackle, but he's driving down all the way to the 1-yard line. Yeah. So that's going to bring, they spot him at the 2, brings up a 2nd and 2.
Yeah, they're just going to line up and go behind those big offensive linemen and just push forward here until they get the score.
Yeah, very difficult here for the Tiger defense. This time they're running inside, and that was easy sledding, never touched. Didn't need the big back on that one, but you had number 24 there, Jamari Sanders.
Yes.
He was listed twice as number 24 and number 25 is the roster that I got, that I received today. One says he's 5'11", 5'12" on the other, so I'm going to go with the 6-foot, 175-pound back.
Those two backs, again, complement each other, and it's hard to defend.
Low snap, it's down. The kick is up, and it is good. So now with 4:40 remaining here in this first quarter, the Spartans lead this one 14-0.
Okay, we need to concentrate on receiving this kick. We've had 2 opportunities. One did not go our way, and that's been the difference in the game. You gave them a short field, and even though we were able to push them back, they came back with a big passing play, and they're benefiting from those 2 running backs, which opens up their passing game, and they've been spot on. They look like they're in mid-season form. They looking really good, Lakewood.
And looking directly in there, I'm looking at the shadow length. Now we've got about a 12-yard shadow length. You can probably pick that up on
30
Tiger
to the
Vision.
13 yards.
So they're looking right into the teeth of a blistering Florida sunset.
Yeah, Simeon Matz moved up.
Another high pooch kick. This one's
There we
fielded
go.
cleanly. And great tackle out there. Nowhere for Matt to go. And that was I believe that was number 8. Very difficult to tell. And that we'll give it to number 9, which would be Logan Huck there for the tackle. It's listed as a linebacker, strong safety.
Yeah, just hung that kick up there a little bit. They got down there and covered it well, and didn't even get a chance to make a cut, and he was tackled. But we received the ball. Offense is on the field. Let's see what kind of adjustments they've made.
Roth hands the ball off. Trezjarn tries to break a tackle, cannot. Goes for a short gain on the play. Pick up of 3. Nice spot on that one.
Nice spot. We'll take it. If it takes 3 yards and a cloud of dust, we'll take it all night.
So really got 4 yards on the carry. Brings up 2nd and 6. Thought he had a pretty good spot there, Ken, but
Yeah.
Tigers need it tonight.
Yeah, we'll take anything right
trailing
now.
by 14, 4 minutes here in the first quarter. Trezjarn again trying to get to the outside. Gain of about 2 on the play. So that'll bring up a 3rd and a long 3.
Yeah, it looks like the field is open, but you can tell by their team speed how it just closes off so quickly.
And Jayon Jones there with the tackle. Playing defensive line at 6'1", 180.
Let's get this first down.
See if there's that quick throw to the boundary here. Pretty soft
Over here
on the slot receiver.
Yes.
Pretty good depth there. Might just throw one out there quickly.
Yeah. Got to get that. You
got
got
it.
it. Yeah, good call,
And
Brian.
In to the 30 to the 42-yard line.
Very familiar name there, Joe Hills. Of course, we watched his dad play. Made it all the way up playing on Sunday. And as you called, he was real soft there and just got it out there to him. Made a little move and moved the chains. First down in Eric Sanders' era.
Physical enough to break that tackle. Man, that was a big cushion, but boy, did he ever close the gap from the other side of the field. I thought that was going to just be an
As I said
automatic.
earlier, they are so quick on the defensive side of the ball.
Spooky. 2:50 on the clock. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Jackson Roth throwing the long ball down the sideline. Very good coverage out there. Incomplete pass. Coverage out there was number 1, Malik Harrell out there. 6 foot, 155-pound corner.
And again, talking about their team speed, it was man-to-man coverage. Safety was able to get over there, and by the time the ball came down, they had it double covered. It was going to be real difficult to catch that. Great pass.
Yeah, the DB actually did exactly what you're supposed to do. Get the inside position there and throttle back a little bit. Boy, they look good. This time the big back comes into the game, and he runs for a gain of about 1. And number 41 for those Palmetto Tigers is Marquez Birdson, senior. Brings up a 3rd and a very long 9.
Yeah, I don't know if they're in 2-down territory yet, but they need to make a good effort here to get this first down.
Coming into the game now is Maurice Carter, the sophomore, number 5, sets up shop on the left side of the formation. Jackson Roth awaits the snap. Tries to bring him off sides. No, they didn't bite on that one. down inside of 5 on the play, and there's your delay of game. Saw the white hat back there. He had the hand up,
Yep.
so that's going to be a delay of game. So that'll bring up a third.
That
And
might have been
a very long 14.
yeah,
We'll call
it
it
might
third
have been
15.
good. You know, earlier in the game, Lakewood on their first down, they called a timeout to regroup, and that might have been something the Tigers could have done there.
Joe Hill's out in the slot. Roth looks that way, throws it out there.
Lewis Morrell with the flag, going to call illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure on the Tigers. So that's going to back him up another 5 yards.
Probably somebody jumped on the line.
So now 1:39 remain in this rough first quarter for the Palmetto Tigers. Roth awaits. Rolls to his right, looking, throws it short for a little check down. Looks like a completion there for about 11 yards on the play.
Basically got back to the original line of scrimmage when they started this 4-down series. Or is it incomplete?
I guess
they called it incomplete.
Called it an incomplete pass.
It was right there in front of the coaches, and you know, all you got to do is have 1 foot in high school, and so I just assumed he caught the ball. So punting.
Punting back for the Tigers is Chase Henson. And now another penalty.
Called on the other side. Lakewood players are clapping.
False start on the Tigers. Ooh, kind of a spread protection formation for the Tigers, and there's another
one.
False
You
start.
can tell we are in a fall classic tonight.
And TigerVision cameras can probably pick up, you know, one thing you need to have, you almost need to have a drone shot on this to see the distance between, to obtain a first down on this one. It's incredible. Yards to go, a ton. This time he shanks the ball. It's up high, and it's at down
Got it about
at the 49.
49, yeah.
So
They didn't rush.
no.
And so he took his time, and so got him out of his rhythm, and you know, you got to block all that out.
So now taking the ball over in their own territory, but just barely.
Basically another short
Spartans.
field.
Oh my goodness, Ken, I'm starting to be able to see the numbers on the field here.
Yeah.
That is a wonderful thing. Damari Roberts is out here wide to the left. Back comes across the formation. See if they go power here. Now they're throwing it out for a little bubble screen out there. Linebackers do a
coverage.
good job tackled there for a 3-yard loss. So
That's textbook there, the way they covered that. Getting around the box, squaring up, and keep an eye on that belt buckle and don't let them get around you, get the loss, and see if they can put together a couple of consecutive plays here on the defense.
Second and 14 here. 47 seconds on the clock. Aiden Wallace. runs to his left, looking down the field, steps up, throws across the body. Nice completion there for the first down, and that is number 14, Evan Wilson on the catch.
Yeah, looking at the Tigers secondary, they had it well covered, but he gave himself some life by scrambling and throwing up against his body, like you said, and found that receiver coming across and making the catch, and I think they've completed every pass so far.
20 seconds on the clock. Obviously not in a hurry is Aiden Wallace. Kind of a bunch formation to the right. Tries to lose him in coverage and does. Big receiver out there on the boundary, driving forward, gain of about 7 on the play. Will bring up a 2nd and 3. As the clock sounds here, the Palmetto Tigers trail this one. Lakewood St. Pete, 14. Palmetto Tigers, 0.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
So
Stay
getting
tuned.
close
We'll be right back
the
after
observations
these
of
messages.
the first quarter here for the Palmetto Tigers.
So tell me, what was actually the name of the award? It was you were the #1 stream in the streaming awards. Isn't that correct?
Correct.
Might expect a little power to the left here with the big back in the backfield. There he goes to the left side of the line, breaks a tackle, and he's running for the end zone. He's at the 15-yard line. So what you saw, the young team over pursued.
Yes.
A power play designed to go to the left. The back with a nice cut.
Great vision, and nobody there, so he's off to the races, and they're knocking at the door again inside the 20.
Pursuit got washed down on the play. Aiden Wallace. Another bunch formation. So you're running out of that same formation there, big back in the backfield. 1st and 10. Ball spotted on the 18. And a little flare out there, obvious hold, no call, and then there's going to be only a gain of about 2 on the play.
Essentially just a running play with a quick out to the slot receiver and getting it out there to one of your athletes and just managed a short gain. The Tigers have played some good defense, but they have not been consistent.
Actually, they look pretty good. They look pretty good wide.
Yes.
Not so much up the middle of the field at this
middle,
point,
yes.
Ken. So.
And that was a struggle from last year's team.
Yeah, against the run.
Against the run, it was rough going.
Run sideline to sideline is fine.
Yes.
But north and south, or in high school football, east and west, as we have it here, not so good. Oh, nobody even covering the receiver out there, and he goes for the touchdown. Now that was a busted coverage. Looked like the old sleeper play over there. It was incredible.
The only thing is the quarterback is staring the sleeper guy down. You kind of let him run down the field and do like you and your brother do and look the other way. Last second, flip it to him for the easy score.
That was hard to watch. It was just uncovered out there at the far boundary.
And from my vantage point up here, it wasn't that good of a pass. He caught it on his back hip, but it was good enough for him to catch, and then he just eased right into the end zone. I guess he threw it where they couldn't have picked it off.
Yeah, so safe. The kick is up, and it is good. Now the scoreboard should read the Spartans with a 21-0 lead, 10:29 here in the second quarter. Woo!
And again, they look like a team that is mid-season form. They're clicking on all cylinders tonight. That could be expected. You'd have no clue that this team was 2-9 last year. They obviously, with the way you can transfer, they have definitely reloaded, and they are going to be a team to be reckoned with this year. You know, Sparta Mooney is their equivalent in our year, and they're the defending state champions. I'd love to see those two in a game. See who could pull that game out. That could be a regional final here, coming up later in the season.
So far, the good news is, the good news, bad news. Kind of painful to watch tonight, but this one is not the opening game.
No.
The opening game is next week, but still, it's all about the dubs.
It's all
no
about
matter
the
when you
dubs.
play, where you play, or what you play, it's all about the dubs.
This one doesn't count against the formula to get into the playoffs. It might hurt their pride a little bit, but no pain, no gain.
High kick. This time that should be fielded easily there by Simeon Matt. Looking for a crease, and he's tackled there. Great coverage there at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, they're clicking, not only clicking, they're clicking on all cylinders here. They have had those kickoffs, and either they're recovering fumbles, making fumbles, or they're tackling Simeon Matt, who's no slouch when it comes to speed. He's not getting an opportunity to run in open space.
Yeah, and we could see, you could say, okay, we had one busted coverage and then 2 turnovers on kick returns equals 21 points, but that's really not been the look. It's been the look of a dominating offensive
Clicking on all cylinders, yes, sir.
team, pounding the ball, very effective. So, in the special teams category tonight, it's a huge win.
Yes, they're winning that part.
Here tonight for the Spartans. Nice gain on the play, goes for about 6 yards. And that's Trez Yarn there.
The junior.
Yeah, picked up 7 on that.
Nice run. They seem to be he's cutting outside. They haven't attacked the middle, it seems like, and there may be reasons why. Probably outsized.
Roth looks around. Looks very composed out there. Hands the ball off Yarn. He's going for the outside once again.
Oh.
Has a nice gain on the play. First down. So Palmetto Tigers starting to drive here. 9:38 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Coach Sanders, they've exploiting the left side of the right side of their defensive line, and they found something there, and they're, just keep running it until it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, you've got big Stephen Aristil out there for the Tigers, on the left side of the line. That helps when you can run behind a 6'6", 330-pounder out there. Now kind of a two out wide to the right, kind of a big package here to the left, and he does run to the left, cuts it up inside, and drives forward. Nice gain on the play, gain of about 7 on the play.
So it's first time they've attacked the middle on the left side, still having some success here.
So Yarn is on the sideline for this next play. Might tip that he might go empty backfield on this next set.
Yeah, with a second and short, this opens up the playbook for the first time.
However, bringing in the thumper there, number 41, Marquez Birdsong, senior, in the backfield.
Big power back.
Driving forward, and he's going to be a gain of about 1 on the play. And it brings up a 3rd and 3, well, very long 2.
Still can open the playbook. They're just trying to take it to them.
down, about 2 for the Tigers.
They may want to come back here towards us, Brian. They've been successful running left here just to get that first down.
I'm just saying. Just saying, you know, like
8:07 on the clock. Roth draws them off sides, and there's your call. First down, Palmetto Tigers.
Little maturity there.
So the Palmetto Tigers are now driving at the 45.
Right on the bottom side of the P there.
Formation heavily weighted out to the right side. No receivers here on the left. And Coach Sanders grabs a tight.
No, I think they took it. I think Lakewood took that one.
Lakewood has a timeout there. That's going to be their second of the half.
So Lakewood's regrouping. I think they found some holes in this defense, and they've exploited. They haven't really thrown any here, so be interesting to see what they do next.
Got a lot of new faces in the receiving core. You know, some good names out there, you know, with receivers like Joe Hill's another. And I'd really like to see, you know, this offense designed here by Coach Sanders, what I've seen in the past is extremely balanced.
Yes.
And tonight you're not seeing much at all out of the passing game.
No, you're not. And they stressed, when I was talking to them before the game, they stressed balance. And that makes it tough for those defensive coordinators when it's 50-50.
You know, a couple little successful bubble screens with, you know, big cushions there, but really not throwing the ball vertically down the field much at this point. Hands it to Sharon again, running body lean, nice run, drives forward. That's going to be about 8-yard gain.
Yeah, again, attacking, running on the left side of the line. They are dominating Lakewood's defense there, and huge yardage. Again, this opens up the playbook for a bubble screen.
Yeah, and if you looked at the pulling guard on that play, you know, we'll look at that. It was Mikkel Lambert there, pulling from the right side of the formation to the left, made a key block on the play. Oh, there they pull again. This time, great job in the backfield. There was number 6, and that's Jawan Jones, the 6'3", 6'1", 180-pounder. So he's made some plays behind the line of scrimmage as a 180-pounder. You know, he's got some big offensive linemen across from him, but he's using that speed.
So last time we got him to jump off sides in a similar situation.
Marquez Green, high snap. Green's got it, and he's not going to be able to get there. Body lean, second effort. It's going to depend. On the far side, they said his knee was down. He's going to mark just a whisker short, so that's going to bring up, you know, probably at this point you're going to go for it.
You're going to go for this. We're in 4-down territory. I was right there with you. That snap threw off the play a little bit. You know, had it been a regular snap, you know, it might have been enough, but the second effort there made it really close here.
And that's where being over 200-pound back, you know, you can get away with some things. It was very fortunate drive and get as much. This time Yarn's got it. First down, easy sledding.
Easy.
And I tell you, number 63 for the Tigers, if you're ever able to take a look at that, and that's Ladarian Williams. Both Lambert and Williams came to play tonight. You can see they're making some explosive blocks there.
Yeah, I was trying to look for the scoop on here. Looks like we have a water break timeout.
Offensive line is talented with a Ladarian Williams, Mikkel Lambert leading the way.
Yeah, and, I think they were right there.
Yeah, that was a tip provided to us from Mr. Tomo pregame.
Pre-game, yeah.
And this has been nice, Ken. You know, I'm sitting there and I've got the starting offense and the starting
Three
defense.
color, and it's got stats. It's got it's great for spotting.
And it's awesome because, you know, we're not in the stands with a legal pad as we've done so many games, you know, so.
Pulling out a little flashlight to try to read the rosters in the dark.
And you beg, can I have a roster? And that thing never shows, and it's sitting late Friday.
And we're here to mention these kids' names and get them some film to be looked at, to put on their huddle accounts, and it looks good. It's in high definition. There's stats on there, and
yeah, but we need a little help. Rosters help this
rosters
time.
do help.
Little delayed screen out there. Look at the speed
block.
out there. Good block. 5 touchdown, and that is Nazir Pitchford, the sophomore. And that's great to see, Ken.
That was great to see. Much needed. That brings balance to the offense. But that happened because Simeon Matt put the block on the defensive back, and he just got in sprint mode and sprinted right there to the end zone, untouched, for the easy score. Tigers are on the board. We're maybe back in this ball game here.
Yeah, you definitely have a chance. You know, now only trailing 21-6. Dylan McClain's going to go out there and hold the ball.
New kicker for the Tigers.
Kicker for the Tigers this year. And that
Liam Harold, sophomore. This is his first varsity game.
And a timeout on special teams.
You can tell we have a preseason game when you hate burning timeouts to get personnel out there.
And one thing you must do after you burn a timeout on an extra point is you must convert.
Yes. If you're gonna use a timeout for an extra point, you better be 100%.
But that is the Palmetto Tigers. I believe that's the first timeout of the half.
Yes. Kyle Thomas, the new special teams coach, talked to him before the game. He's got a lot of praise for his young kicker here and says a lot of upside, bright future ahead for this young man.
And he's kicking into a pretty good east breeze here. The flags are pointing due west, but it is an extra point.
Long and lanky.
And that is offsides. Kicks blocked, but there was movement along the line of scrimmage.
So offsides on Lakewood. Do you go for 2? Get the big back in there.
Ken, you would know from your Dick Van Mill chart, you wouldn't do that until early in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but when you're on the 1.5 yard line, I don't think Dick Vermeil has that considered. It's points behind, and you take the points right now.
McClain, there's some real confusion going on.
Instead of a 20-yard extra point, it's going to be an 18-yard extra point. They actually didn't move it.
Decline the penalty. Get the ball up.
Nice
Drive
kick.
it through. It is up, and it is good. So with 5:32 on the clock, the Palmetto Tigers with 7 points on the board, however, trailing the Spartans from St. Pete, Lakewood, with a 21-7 lead.
Yeah, Tigers finally settled down and put together a beautiful drive there, marched down the field, got the big play from the super sophomore. Great block, great running, great blocking. So hopefully they've settled down and get the defense to settle down and have a good football game. We had the band actually out in the end zone there. He almost kicked the ball up into their group, but I forget who I was talking to before the game, but the band, they have 47 members.
Well, that is a big improvement.
That is a huge
from
improvement.
the past. Now, during the halftime here, we're going to have the Richardson-Stinton halftime report. Great company out of Bradenton there. You know, local Palmetto and Bradenton employees, owners, just great guys. But we'll talk about that.
Put a lot of roofs on houses, including yours and mine.
And my brothers and my moms and dads. You know, actually, I was thinking about it today, including my grandchildren. 5 generations have been under a Richardson Stenton Roofing roof. Now, it's Muff there.
Get the ball.
Ball's
get that
down,
ball.
and he's down at the 10-yard line. Now, starting out a bit, 90 yards to go. Palmetto Tigers in great shape here.
Yeah, it's good to see that they're human over there on the other side. That looked like Palmetto early in the game. Special teams is hard early in the season. It's all about timing, and they're worried about offense and defense. But great opportunity here for the Tiger defense to shine and get a 3-and-out and get off the field and get this ball back in good field position.
We're almost to the point where we can see the numbers on these guys. If we get a little darker here, apologize to the fans. Lakewood. Very hard to see the unis tonight.
Jumped.
Moved inside a little bit. No call on the play. Grinding forward for a gain of 7 on the play. I believe the number was 25, Jamari Sanders on the carry. Second 3. Probably good. You got a big back there. Probably a good formula for success. This time they go jet sweep motion, run him out the back to the left. Missed tackle down the sideline, goes out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Big gain on the play.
24 Sanders.
So they're
on that run around the left side.
Sticking with the game plan, which they have run to perfection with a balanced off run and pass, but at will on our defense.
1st and 10 here, 4:35 on the clock. Really no need to hurry, just keep piling on the first downs, keep moving those chains, and that amount of no need to hurry here for the Spartans.
2-touchdown lead.
Big formation to the right side. They're going to run, and really nice play by the back, jumping back to the left. Palmetto Tigers there, make tackles there. I know that Stansel was involved in the play. Now there's a flag after the play. Really, the Tigers with the big, they did a good job filling. And then the back made a nice jump cut to the left, but the pursuit stayed home this time. Didn't over pursue, didn't get washed out. Let's see, the referees are sorting this one out, Ken. And it looks like they're calling this one on the Tigers by the reaction of the players there. Autry Walker, senior out there, linebacker for Palmetto. Now, looks like they're switching things over. So Autry's going to go from unhappy to happy on this one. So we've got personal foul on the Spartans, 15 yards.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Maybe one of the Tiger defenders instigated it, and we've got a screen.
That's very
It's getting
nice.
close. And maybe their guy responded and got caught.
Throw a little tunnel screen out there. Great tackle by Paul Moore. So what they tried to do there is set up, kind of looked like a bubble screen, and then they're going to set that tunnel screen up. But Paul Moore did a just excellent job.
He just blew that up. He's the leader of our defense, and he showed why he's the defensive captain. So we have them 3rd and 23, Brian. Maybe we can get a 3-and-out here.
3rd and 23. Don't want to have any kind of penalties like roughing the passer on this one. He rolls to his left, looks down the field, squares his shoulders, got a man, and overthrows.
Oh, we got a flag, Bryant. 2 flags. Oh, my goodness.
After the play.
It's still not a play.
No.
Now, if that's a defensive holding or if it's interference, something like that, high school football will not pick up the first down.
There were 3 or 4. There were a couple of Tigers, a couple of Spartans in the vicinity, and it was almost thrown out of bounds.
So pass interference against the Tigers.
3rd and 10.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, they don't place it where the penalty happened. So maybe this time, no penalty. We get off the field here.
So Palmetto Tigers, 3 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. If you hold them here, you've got plenty time to go down and maybe
get a score.
Grab one before the halftime break.
A lot of noise.
Hayden Wallace looks to the middle of the field. Had one early, and he breaks a tackle. Now looks down the field, and he finds a wide open receiver. Very good job. His entire body has to be by the line of scrimmage, and he was just
before. I was looking at the same thing, and
he's clean.
He was clean, and he's very elusive. Really, all he has to do is manage this offense with the players he has around, but I'm seeing a very good quarterback here.
You're seeing a good quarterback, and you're seeing, a missed tackle, 6 yards, TFL in the backfield. You got to wrap him up.
He's elusive. I don't think he's overly fast, but he's fast enough. And he'll hold on to the ball to the last second. Another flag. They're flying all over the place.
Flag on the play.
Like an illegal substitution there, Ken?
I don't know what else it could be.
Illegal substitution.
That sounds
so
good.
That's going to be 1st and 15.
Charlie, make sure you're talking over there.
Ball spotted on the 44-yard line. Jamari Sanders in the backfield back there with Aiden Wallace. Sanders is a hoss back there. Forward motion, now he runs it out to the wide side of the field, breaks a tackle, and he's going, driving, 1st down and more, stays alive down to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, you got to hit him low. I saw a Tiger defender just as we're watching the replay there. Right there, he just
Gotta grow some nuts, bro.
Went right around him. You got to hit him low.
So 2 minutes and 13 on the clock. Tigers really need to have come up with a stand.
They need a big play here. Yes, they need a stand. They've been getting them behind the chains, but then they let them back in the. They let a big play happen, and they let them move the chains.
Whitehead back here was rotating his arm. Looked like he had a rotator cuff problem, and I was thinking he was calling some kind of penalty back there. First and 10 for the Spartans. Oh, they got a combination route over there and a wide open receiver. Ball's overthrown. Woo!
He was open too. He was open.
Wow. Wow.
First miscue on a pass, really. On the quarterback.
Yeah.
He's been throwing very good tonight.
Wow, that one was very fortunate for the Tigers on that play. Ken, I'm still trying to figure out what happened on that last touchdown play over there on the sleeper play.
I know.
Some mystery. Uncovered the receiver on the far boundary. That was unusual. Now Tigers need to hold here. Jamari Sanders in the backfield, riding sidecar to Wallace back there. Wallace rolls to his left, and throws the ball late down the field, and it is an incomplete pass. We've got a flag on the field.
On the far side of the field.
Usually would indicate a holding out there on the right side of the formation, but let's see.
Yep, you called it.
You got a holding there.
Just going to put them behind the chains again.
So that's going to go back, and I think the Tigers are going to accept this one. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 20.
So a minute 40.
The choice was 3rd 10 or 2nd and 20. Sorry, Ken.
You know, it's flipping a coin the way they're going to convert it one way or the other, but maybe take the 2nd and 20. You know, it's a minute 40. You got to consider with a minute 40. You still have 2 timeouts. They only have 1. So you want to somehow figure out how to get the ball back here before the half's out and maybe get a cheap score in.
Now entering the game, got a new quarterback back there. You think quarterback run on this play. This time he reverses his field. There's a block in the back, clear.
That's coming back.
And that one's going to come back. But you can see number 4 there, which is Keontae Bias. He's a 12. He's a senior.
He's an athlete.
6'2",
yes.
180. I'm thinking there's an athlete there, and then I see ATH on my spotting sheet here. You can see
why he's an ATH.
That dude's got some shake and some speed.
Just direct snap it to him.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what's going to happen. So let's see what transpires here. They ate up 11 seconds of clock.
So you can call that a crackback block.
Yes. We know what the penalty is. It is obvious.
Minute and 29.
Coach Arcady ends up doing here.
What's that Bobby teach you on the chain over there tonight? He is getting his workout. I think there's been more second and 30 type plays tonight.
He's gonna sleep good tonight. All right. 2nd down.
Now,
they have to get to the 23-yard line. They're not even at midfield.
If they throw the ball underneath, you can't face mash, you can't personal foul, you cannot give up. So this time they just sent out a little flare pass to the back out there. Gets a nice block to the outside, cuts it up. Nice gain on the play of about 13 yards, but still a ways to go here. Brings up a 3rd down.
So they got about 40% of it back. Still 3rd and, about 3rd and 20. Clock is stopped.
Cam Stansel hustling over.
We have not got them on off the field all night. This would be a great time to make that happen.
Wallace takes it, looks, throws it. Oh, he gets hit. Ball's in the air, and it sails harmlessly over to the sideline. That should be a turnover on downs here. There's going to be a punt, and or you toss it in the end zone. You got a minute 10.
You've got 3 Division I receivers there.
Yeah.
You haven't been pressured all that much, and just leave them out there. Trust your defense if you don't make it. 4th and 20.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do.
Draw them off one time here. Throw to the end zone. But, quarterback, I believe he has the arm talent to make that 50-yard throw to the goal line. Another thing to do is hit them right up. Run one of those routes and come back and just pick up the 1st down when they're trying to play a soft coverage back there. So there is a timeout.
I think that was on them, or Palmetto called. Okay. Coach Arcady's going to get them all together here. Coach Brazelton.
I would say a second or two earlier, so they can see the formation.
Tell them what to look for. They also have that running back coming out of the backfield. They have thrown to him.
I'm sure some
So
guys
a lot of options. 4th and 20, they have a lot of plays in the playbook they can pull.
You could run that.
They've been successful.
Sure, and you've got that big 6'4" receiver out there right down the sideline. Look like just a straight go down the field, stop past the marker, back shoulder fade. Because the defensive backs at this point have got to respect that receiver's talent.
Yes. We have an Ethernet cable coming down from the right in front of us here, obstructing our view.
So we may have an adjustment here with technology coming up at halftime.
Yeah. See if they do something different here. Send a linebacker or get a little pressure on his quarterback.
All right, Wallace, this is a big play. Looks, he's loading up. Good pressure around there. And he steps up. He's got the first down on the run, very casually down the sideline. Steps out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
He can run.
He can run, but you got to hold the edge over there. You got to contain.
But you look at him here in the replay. He just ran for like 25 yards. He's not a slow quarterback. He has not purposely. He has not had to run tonight, but he took off that time, and he's got some quicks.
But you got a DN out there that's a sophomore.
Yes.
This is a learning experience.
Absolutely.
In that situation.
100%.
You cannot take an inside rush. He's trying to beat a very talented big left tackle out there.
Yeah,
so try to get inside on the inside shoulder, and you just can't do that. Now, that time the Palmetto Tiger defense steps up. 53 seconds on the clock.
So the Tigers now just need damage control. Hopefully get out of here without a touchdown. Worst case field goal, hopefully a stop here. They're just letting the clock run here. It looks like they had a decent kicker. We'll see how this plays out.
The clock's still winding here. 27 seconds on the clock.
Great camera work. Flag.
Looks like a false start there. Let's see how they sort that one out.
Flag on the play.
You get inside at 10 seconds here in high school football. You don't have the runoff on a false start or something like that. But
I'm looking, it's going to put the ball back on the 20-yard line there, 37-yard field goal, if it comes down to that.
Legal procedure.
back to live action.
Keep everything in front of you here.
Wallace hides the field, plenty of time to throw, throws for the big receiver, overthrew him. Pretty good coverage over there.
Pretty good coverage. He does stare the receivers down, but they're all good, so
I remember
5 seconds.
Years ago, they used to stare down Deshaun Fenwick and guys like that.
Doesn't matter.
In some of these programs, sometimes it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So 5 seconds. They're not bringing in the field goal team.
So not confident in a 37-yard field goal here.
Apparently not. Looks like they're in some type of a. That's their last time out.
So yeah,
I think he's finally.
So he
pointed toward Lakewood here. So the good thing here for the Tigers, they can put people back. They have less room to cover. There's only 30 yards. They only have to cover 30 yards, and most importantly, probably only half of that, because they want to get it to one of their gifted athletes and let them make a play and get in the end zone. So really, it's going to be anywhere on the back third of that they're going to have to cover. and get the tackle if they get the pass completed.
And if you make that tackle, any tackle out there that you make, clock's going to wind down to zeros. In this 5 seconds, there's not enough time.
No.
You cannot.
And
You cannot horse collar or face mask or anything silly like that. You got to keep them in front of them, make the tackle.
And a penalty gives them a free play.
Right.
And they're probably banking on that as well. So they're split with 3 on this side.
Big Sanders is in the backfield back there, going to give the quarterback some extra protection. Drops back, steps up, and he's running for it. He's not going to make it. Ball's out, and he tried to fumble it out of bounds, stop the clock, but that's going to wind to zeros here at the half. And, you know, as bad as it seemed, as we were going along there, Ken, it's only 14 points on the ball.
Yeah.
The clock.
On the clock. Stats might say otherwise, but a quick score, and we have a ball game. You would not think so the way the game started.
So as the Palmetto High School band prepares to take the field, you know, we're going to watch our band out there. They've increased in number this year. We're excited about seeing them. And then I'm going to turn it over to Troy Bellamy. Maybe we'll get some statistical information in from Stephen Johnson from our Atlanta studios. But Troy's going to bring out the Richardson Stenton Roofing halftime show. And once again, y'all, for a guy that has lived his entire life surviving hurricanes and weather under a Stenton, Robbie Stenton or Richardson Stenton roof, I've now got family 5 generations. I can vouch for this company and say what a fine company they are. They're fair, and they've just been competitive and just fantastic to deal with. You know, Ed and Chase Richardson over there, Robbie Stenton over there, just a great serving the community here. You know, also reaching out and helping and assisting here with TigerVision, which, as you know, is a very expensive proposition. And thank all of our sponsors out there for your help. But we'll break it into the Richardson Stenton halftime halftime show, and we're going to have the Palmetto High School band here perform. So we'll take a break here, and then Troy and I will discuss the halftime after the band.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey everyone, I'm Bobby Martin, sales consultant here at Conley Buick GMC. Born and raised here in Bradenton, Florida, right here at Manatee Memorial. Right now we have a 1500 GMC Denali. It's a 5.3 V8 gas engine. Here you do get the lifetime powertrain warranty. Also includes 10 years roadside assistance. One of the reasons why you buy here at Conley is because we treat you like family. It's 3rd generation. As many of the people that work here, we are all born and raised here. We take pride in helping the people around us, not only if you're local, but also if you're out of state and everything of that nature. We sell nationwide. One of the biggest things here is we like to take care of everybody. You won't find a better sales staff. You'll never have to settle for anything less than exceptional service. Again, I'm Bobby at Conley Buick GMC. Stop by and see us today.
Hello, I'm Scott Whitaker with Arctic Air Services. We started our business from the ground up and grew it based on the service end of the industry. We own over 50 vehicles, which we depend on every day to make our business run smoothly. We know the value and importance of offering great production and excellent service. That's why we choose Conley Buick GMC, because they provide us with the best cars and trucks and have a service department second to none. The next time you're in the market for a vehicle, I highly recommend Conley Buick GMC, where they'll treat you like family.
Hey guys, it's Alan Conley from Conley Buick GMC. Halftime's almost over, so make sure you stay tuned. Go Tigers!
watch the film. First varsity action at tight end, and he's a move guy. He started on the offensive line last year as a junior, on the junior varsity. Ace Luther, super athletic kid. He's 6'3". He's probably 210 pounds. I mean, we have some pieces. They're just young. They're inexperienced. And, again, like you mentioned before, if we get some seniors, the very few seniors that we have, and some of the guys that have varsity experience, to be more physical and set the tone for the rest of the young guys, you're going to have a team. I mean, we're only 14 points down to a team that, like you said, has some Division I players and some very excellent explosive. The quarterback has been playing flawless.
He really has.
He really is a nice quarterback. He's been able to run the ball. He's been able to throw the ball. He's been able to control their offense. Our defense has held their running game down a little bit. We haven't given up a big play. And so, again, if we can keep out of the third and short situations and contain the quarterback from breaking out of the pocket, I think we'll see an exciting finish to this second half.
Yeah, and following up on that quarterback, we've looked at him tonight, and that's Aiden Wallace.
Yeah.
One thing that he's done, and that, he's had some long runs, but what he's done is kept his eyes down the field, and he is right at that line of scrimmage when he squares and throws on the run. Running, some would say a very difficult throw to make. As he runs to his left, throws across his body, he has been perfect tonight.
Yes. I have to give some props to number 15, Arthur Amarim. He has played a great game at defensive end. I think he's going to end up making some more plays tonight, but his pressure has flushed the quarterback out of the pocket. We got to get some pressure on the other side to make sure we box him in and contain him. We actually did that on that last play, the second to the last play, where he got hit and the ball floated out of bounds harmlessly when he could have thrown that to a post corner. And I think that's what they were trying to get to the big receiver who already has a touchdown tonight. So that type of pressure will eliminate the need for excellent play from your corners. All they have to do is be in position to challenge. And our safety, who's a little smallish, but he's a great kid, that way that pressure defensively will keep the quarterback in the pocket and allow our defensive ends to perhaps get their hands on the ball and make a big play. That defensively is where it's going to happen. If we can make a big play, that is going to turn the tide and get that excitement back up that we had when we had the ball on offense and were able to score.
Now let's talk about the halftime statistics here provided to us from Steven Johnson from our Atlanta studios. First quarter, Lakewood 7 rushes for 49 yards, 3 for 4 passing for 62 yards, 111 total yards. Palmetto 4 rushes for 9 yards, 1 for 3 passing for 12 yards, 21 total yards in that first. But the halftime statistic, Lakewood 14 rushes for $140.
Yeah, most of that was quarterback leaving the pocket.
Right, and then 10 for 13 passing. There's some nice QBR going for 106 yards. And then for 246 total yards at the halftime break. Palmetto, 8 rushes for 57 yards, 2 for 4 passing for 42 yards, 99 total yards. So offensively, it's time to get things rolling, and I expect to see a much better outcome here. One thing we've learned from the coaching staff watching them play over the years, they don't get bugged out about being down in half. We've seen great halftime adjustments over the years from this staff, and I look forward to the second half.
Hey, we got 24 minutes to get it done. I think the key is if we can get a stop here on this kickoff, after the kickoff, on this first drive for Lakewood coming out of the half and take some of that momentum from the first half offensively into the second half. I think they have to respect us a little bit differently now, especially since we've created an identity running the ball in that second quarter that I don't think they were ready for. And then that opened up the pass.
Great analysis there. Tigers need to come out swinging here.
Right.
Start early, finish strong here, and make some lemonade out of the first half.
Yeah. Well, I have to comment. What a beautiful fall night this is, isn't it? It's got to be under almost 70-some degrees. We got a nice breeze. It's not raining. This is probably the first
70-something degrees, Troy.
Maybe 79, 80. It feels really good. But this is the first opening season game in a while we hadn't had any rain.
Getting chased out of here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's only 86.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And it feels like 91, but I came out of the race game the other night, and it felt like 97, and it was 10:30 at night. So it does, yeah. We haven't been chased off the field with thunderstorms yet. That could be happening out east, but we've been blessed here with really good August weather.
Yes.
And as Brian stated before the game about the cramp monster, we haven't seen any of that yet.
Yes.
They're staying hydrated, and but it's only been the first half.
Exactly. We have 1 minute left to go before halftime. The Tigers trailing 21-7. We'll kick it back over to our illustrious voice here, Brian Varnador. Thank you all for allowing me and all of us to come into your living rooms. Spread the word. TigerVision is back.
Great job, Troy.
Hey, thanks very much, Troy. I don't know about the illustrious voice here. I think Troy probably has the smoothest voice of us all here.
Absolutely.
Excellent on the staff here at TigerVision. And if you're watching at home, we expect a really good broadcast here the second half. It's going to be easier for us to see some of those numbers, and we apologize to Lakewood High tonight. And we just could not, and everybody across the aisle here in the press box, we really had some difficulty reading those numbers here.
Oh yeah,
in the sun here.
It'll be a much better second half. So it's only going to get better. I'm just grateful for Troy and what he brings to the broadcast. He has these kids over at Lincoln, so he knows watched them grow up, and that really adds to the whole program that we have here, to have that really unique insight on the kids.
And tonight, Tom Porter, if you're in what we call the stress box behind us here, maybe we can get Tom to join us here in the press box. Tom provides the Arctic Air replays for us here in the Arctic Air sideline report. And tonight, I'm not able to communicate with him. I probably stepped on a cord here, did something stupid, but maybe Tom will join us here. Arctic Air, Scott Whitaker.
Scott Whitaker has been a great sponsor.
When somebody approaches us, here's a Palmetto Elementary, Lincoln Memorial, Palmetto High graduate, runs a great business, employs all over Manatee and Sarasota County, approaches us and says, hey, guys, can I help you guys?
I want to be in.
It was like the scene when Tommy Boy sold his first brake pads, like, huh? Someone's going to help us with this endeavor? So special appreciation, Scott Whitaker in the Arctic Air replay tonight. Kind of missing Tom. Now the Palmetto Tigers are set to kick this one off. The play was blown live, and
on a little hold here. Tom also brings a lot of insight with him being a Palmetto High grad, playing on the line. He's a subject matter expert. Appreciate his insight as well.
Tom Porter, always entertaining. Nice high kick is going to be returnable. It's going to be fielded at the 4-yard line. Oh, good. Big hit there at the 20. And
great coverage.
Great coverage by the Tigers. Little skirmish here at the 35. No penalties thrown. No harm, no foul. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
Okay, we will see what kind of adjustments have been made, starting with the defense.
And you know what we need tonight? We need the viewers at home to spot us. The numbers, they probably have a better look at this, I guarantee you, than we do tonight, Ken, as far as the numbers.
Yeah, we have a little glare coming from the lights above us, too.
And so
yeah, it's harder to see him now.
yeah, it's even worse. Aiden Wallace back to pass. There's a nice play by the linebacker coming off the
Stay with him.
in there. There's that young DN that Troy talked about, earlier on. That was number 13, actually, Zorian Jolly coming on, a sophomore.
Getting some varsity snaps here.
So
they're only going to get bigger, faster, stronger, and smarter.
And that play there, first half, is going for 8 yards a carry. It's a 2 yard. It's a positive gain, but that's absolutely a step in the right direction for the Tigers. Big offensive line for the Spartans. Massive. Out there, Ken.
That is a Class 2A school we're watching out there. Look like St. Thomas Aquinas.
Yeah, they are massive. Incredible. Oh, good play there. There's the DN once again making a great tackle. And they're coming off the left side of the formation.
Coming off the left side, and that allows those linebackers to go in there and try to punch that ball out. And
I believe it's number 13 again, which is Zorian Jolly.
Jolly, yeah.
Sophomore. Now that is a great thing here. Now that brings up a 3rd and 7 here.
We were able to keep them out of the end zone as the half ended. So can they bring the streak to 2 here?
And Kamari Hines over here. Kamari Hines, number 17 on the right side of the formation here for the Tigers, is another sophomore.
Big.
And he's huge.
For defensive end, yes.
For a sophomore, I mean, that is surprising size. So the sophomore DNs here making some noise here for the Tigers. 3rd and 7. Got to have a stop. They throw it out there.
Oh, almost.
And he goes for a first down on that. And as the experience goes, your coverage drop there was just a foot too shallow, and the completion was made. He was in the passing tree.
Yes.
He's right there in
the lane, and he puts his other hand up. He might have blocked it.
Another foot in the drop, and he might, is either going to knock that one down or has an opportunity for an interception. But young players out there. Ken.
Yes.
And a big.
I guarantee you, he'll remember next time I'm going to get that one.
Palmetto with 4 across the line of scrimmage. Wallace looks to his right. He wanted to run to the left and escape. This time the Tigers, and they
got to wrap him up.
They can't tackle him. Now there's going to be a late hit, a very close, no call. There's the call.
Yeah.
So you can get a late hit on the sideline.
he was running on that white down there, which means you're out of balance, and he got popped. And you hit him on the white down there on that AstroTurf, you're going to get a yellow flag.
It wasn't Stansel. Stansel is the next one that came along, but. The quarterback, he was 10 for 13 coming out of the half.
Yeah, great stats. I saw that.
He's very elusive, and he's breaking tackles all over the place. So,
and he doesn't even really need to run with, again, as I've said earlier, with the players he's surrounded with, but he can when he has to.
So now it brings up a strange-looking yard. It's going to be a 1st and about 3 yards. Fakes it, throws a little
side
flare out to the back.
He didn't get it.
Good play out there.
He just got back to they didn't get to the line of scrimmage, did he?
No, there's no gain on the play.
Yeah. So apparently they must have got the first down, and then whatever the penalty was made it a 1st and, 2 or 3 there.
Yes.
So they've run that play before, the little sidearm to the slot.
We've got 2nd down on the marker here, 2nd and 3 here.
And the scoreboard has not worked all night.
One of the reasons why TigerVision Pro's back behind us, they don't hook up to the scoreboards because most of the times they don't work. Oh, nice hole there. Good gash in the run. 1st down.
Yep.
That's the speed back that time. No, it was Sanders. And just a solid run.
Yeah,
good blocking.
Picked up 4 or 5 hard yards there, and when you got a short path to the first down, that's all you need. They get a fresh set of downs. He is fun to watch.
7:52, 1st and 10 for Lakewood. The Spartans driving, third quarter, 7:41 on the clock. And the ball's thrown low, incomplete pass. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Clock stops at 7:35.
Yeah, there was a Tiger defender over there, but I think he must have had his head looking the wrong way, because like he could have, watching it again here on replay, he must have had his head turned the other way. It's like if he could have reached out there and grabbed that thing.
Zion Roberson there. This is not going to get better for the Tigers. He's in the backfield quite a lot on this last series. He is battling a cramp issue over there, and it's only
that time. It's that time.
It's
yeah.
7:35 in the third quarter, but officially here in Palmetto with a high humidity and a balmy 86 degrees, cramp 30 has set.
Cramp 30. You
field.
said that before. Yeah, it was one of the keys to the game.
Oh, cuts it out there. There's going to be a penalty there, and it's probably a holding down the field on a little bubble screen. Now, actually, if it was illegal, ineligible players down the field, the ball was thrown behind the line of scrimmage. There should not have been a flag.
Correct.
If the linemen were down early, the ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage.
He's waving it. He's waving it,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, so what you saw there, you can run 10, 11, 12 yard down the field as long as the ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage. I want to say a shout out to Dante that's watching TigerVision tonight. One of my neighbors at the office. Thank you for
wonderful.
watching, Dante.
Thank you.
7:11 on the clock. Big third down here. Timeout St. Pete. That is Lakewood St. Pete Spartans.
The Spartans.
So things seem to be clicking here. I want to say a special appreciation to the guys behind us in the stress box.
In the stress box. They've had a stressful night here, but they're hanging in there.
And, the great thing about it, with our volunteer program, and we have our fans, like Lori Moffett, who even, made a contribution to Tiger.
Wonderful. Thank you, Lori.
To, keep going on. James Cooper, I saw his contribution come in. Those folks keep us going. When it's 90 degrees outside, we're melting computers behind us and those kind of things that were going on today. They help us in this endeavor to bring you a quality broadcast, easy on the eyes broadcast. It is not easy. 7:08 on the clock. I'm glad we're up here, Ken.
Yes. We got the easy part, for sure.
Wallace steps up, and then he throws the ball late. Oh, nearly picked off there. Flying through there. And was that Simeon Matt back then? No, it's number 4. I was wondering if he.
Yeah, I can't see that.
It's Zaire
Green Jr.
Jr.
Yeah, he had his hand on that ball. That's the closest we've been to. And when you get to one of their passes.
And there was the drop that we talked about earlier. You saw that on that Arctic Air shot there. The linebacker made it. They made that a much more difficult throw by the depth of the drop there. Really good execution by the defense. Brings up a
punting situation for Lakewood. A first halfway through the third quarter. Great job defense.
And this is
they've got everybody on the there's nobody back except the back judge to catch it.
Well, they believe that maybe there's a very high slow snap, a kick.
Straight up.
And this thing's going to check backwards.
You got to get away from it now.
And it's going to go down at the 16-yard line. So Palmetto Tigers will have the ball first and 10, 6:47.
We got another cramp down here at the 42, Brian.
Well, I'm going to guess that it's going to be Zion Roberson. Let's see. You know what's great about doing these broadcasts? I'm hearing the Palmetto High coordinator up here.
Yes.
You know, and he's talking about, hey, make sure he understands to get away from the ball, and then you've got it picked up. Yeah, and he's announcing, yeah, there's the other coach. He's already got him over there. The real broadcast, someday I want to do this, would be to run, you know, after a season, the OCs and the DCs and the call that they're making, the offensive coordinators,
that
the
would be
defensive
so
coordinators.
cool to hear them call and what they're seeing on the field. A lot of times we're calling it, but you know what they're seeing, because you know, they study the game film and know the other side, you know, like the back of their hand by the time it's Friday night. That would be cool.
Yeah, it's that would be so fun to sit and watch. We've had the opportunity to hear it for years.
Yes.
You know, we hear the calls as they come in, and we got to be cool and not say, oh, that's going to work. And, you know, but it's the real pros. You know, again, sorry, but it's not us.
It's not it's not me.
It's the guys that actually run the show.
They put 100 hours a week.
Yes.
For a 3-hour game that people just come and sit, or they're in their living room watching from TigerVision. Yeah,
right,
you're spot on, Brian.
Yarn is in the backfield there now for the Tigers. They hand it to him. Gets a stiff arm. Going to go for a gain of about 1 on the play. There's some extra career. Oh, there's a fist thrown back there at the 10-yard line. No flag. So very fortunate there for Lakewood. Spartans, looks like the nose tackle there got a little bit frisky there. At
Short
the end of that
gain.
play.
They're still attacking, going to the left side of the Tiger line, where they were successful on their lone scoring drive of the evening.
Jackson Roth, Van Yarn in the backfield with him. Receivers flip on this side of the formation. Simeon Matt out wide. It looked like a false start out there.
Yeah. We haven't seen a jet screen tonight, jet sweep.
No, and you know, one thing about, and that's okay, on first or second down, you know, I can live with it. But on 3rd and a half foot, there's so many in high school false starts and motion penalties and those kind of, it's like, that's okay in this position.
Yes.
When it's 3rd and 1, you know, you got a big number 41 in Palmetto's case, a big thumper back. Put him in there.
Straight ahead.
North
south. Make sure he knows where the first down marker is, and he gets there.
5:50 on the clock here as the clock stops here in the 3rd quarter. It is a lead for the Lakewood Spartans, 21-7 over the Palmetto Tigers.
And we have the opportunity here to.
Hey, Tiger fans, sitting here watching the start of this second half, and the Tigers' offense is having a hard time getting rolling. Coach Sanders is yelling them to get their head in the game, and they're having some errors just lining up, being in the right positions. It's the first game of the season. We expect this kind of thing, but they're going to get them on track and see if we can get some points on the board here quickly to get back in this game, down 21-7.
Thank you very much, Tom, for that Arctic Air sideline report. Getting things rolling in the broadcast here tonight, opening the season.
Great insight, Tom. Thank you.
And tonight, you know, it's obviously a fall classic game, but we'll be back and learning the players, and we'll be experts here in a week or two. They throw a little bubble screen out there, and he's going to be tackled. Gain of about, let's call it 4 on the play.
So I'd cut one now.
And so that was Simeon Matt on the reception.
They've got to find ways to get him open
come out to one
space so he can utilize his speed.
And here's the, you know, Troy at the halftime talked about number 84 Ace. Luther, number 8,
Sophomore.
tremendous size sophomore. He's going to be playing some tight end out there. You know, sometimes maybe. Now he's in the formation there.
Maybe it's time to throw a pass to him.
Roth high snap, and it's in the
Get
end
it out
zone.
of the end zone. Get on it.
And the ball
Safety.
is recovered, but it's a safety.
It's a safety. You got to take the safety like that. That's unfortunate. That is so unfortunate.
So that'll bring the score now to 23-7. Now, Ken, out of this one, you're a punter. You also did a little field goal kicking, extra point kicking in high school. I know college and 2 national championship.
Long time ago.
Let's make this clear. That was punting the ball. What do you do here with a free kick, or are you going to punt this one away?
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
Let's take it to Tom.
Well,
Let's take it
Tom,
to Tom.
yeah,
Tom
maybe
Porter.
have some insight.
All right, we're just talking about miscues and errors, not lining up. Obviously, bad snap, a little high, but the quarterback had his mind on something else, couldn't quite get a hold of that. Tigers just digging themselves deeper and deeper into a hole here with a safety. Lucky about to give up a touchdown in that situation. So hopefully get back on track and get this offense moving. This is what Coach Sanders is known for. Frustrated us many times at Braden River with all the different schemes. Hopefully get back on track and get us some points on the board.
Thanks very much for that Arctic sideline report from Tom Porter. Former offensive lineman, long snapper here for the Tigers.
Yes.
You know, one of his great long snapping feats was he did actually long snap one through the uprights during the game, and Tom probably can't get back to him right now, so we'll just go with that. Now, Palmetto Tigers choose.
And that's probably the better choice. However you can get the ball the farthest down the field. The players, the kickoff team is more used to covering something like this, so if they'll let you put it down with a T, you go ahead with that route.
And that's Liam.
Nice kick. With a 21.
Nice kick. And he breaks it. Nearly took that, and he's still going. And he's all the way to the 49-yard line. But Liam Harold, the sophomore, really good kick.
Yeah.
And this time, if you keep them in those type of situations, you can't. If you're taking safeties, you can't have a touchback. There's going to be a big return. And
you're giving them an extra 20 yards too. I mean, they would be on the 29-yard line, which is good coverage for high school. If you can keep them inside the 30, making them go 71. Now they only got to go 51, and Tigers got to come up with a way to stop them here for the 3rd consecutive series.
Here,
they're playing much better.
Third quarter, 4:36 on the clock. Oh, nice block out there, but
hang on.
This time wrestled down at just across the 50-yard line, inside on the tackle. You know, that was probably Cam Kennedy that came across there and made that play. Cam, I believe, is wearing big number 99 tonight.
Another cramp, it looks like. Yeah, that is the worst feeling.
Injury time out on the field.
During this injury break, we want to talk about our sponsor, Pickle Juice. Always a hit in late August at Palmetto High School. Now, I don't know if that was Roberson again.
No.
If it is, if it's Roberson again, you know, he
might want to consider, calling it an evening.
But you know what? He's playing.
Yeah, appreciate him gutting it out if it's him.
And he's, Roberson is a junior. And, so it's a good chance. You know, it gives a nice break. Again, we'll talk about some of the sponsors that we have here. You know, again, we did the Richardson Stenton halftime show tonight. What a great company here locally in Palmetto. Arctic Air does so many
long
things.
Time
long time.
Yes, thank you, Scott.
Scott actually rescued the program here. Yeah, and it's Roberson again. And I think
that's the worst feeling.
He's
oh goodness.
You know, the toughness that he's shown tonight.
Yeah,
right?
He'll be back out there in a couple of days. It's nice being young.
Yeah, it's good to be, 16, 17 years old? But hey, 4 minutes and 20, time for the Tigers to take really need to make a stop. 2nd and 8 here. Going to go probably a wildcat look here. This is probably Frankie Cherry back there in the backfield. This time he hands the ball off, breaks the tackle, 2, 3. You know, still goes for a 3-yard gain. Could have been a neutral or loss. Palmetto Tigers have got to shore up this tackle.
They've got to wrap up and hold on and hit them low.
Sanders would run up the middle.
These are some good backs.
Yeah, Jamari.
But if they can tackle these backs, they will do well. These are as good as you're going to see.
Yeah, Sanders, you know, low leverage, thick thighs, like we like to call here in Palmetto a thumper. Keeper. There's your athlete around the corner.
Got the first down. He's going to be close.
It's going to depend on the spot.
Come on, Lewis.
Just a bit short.
Lewis, give us a break here, buddy. He's a little short, but it's
very.
They're going to go for it.
Very manageable now. Palmetto Tigers, number 90 out there is Cameron Kennedy.
Yeah, they're putting the goal line in there. It looks like Kennedy playing nose guard. It looks like.
Chris Gibson checks out of the game. And so it's only about, now in this situation, you got some really twitchy, quick, undersized linebackers. It's time to guess right and fill a gap.
Yeah, fill a gap and
cause a fumble, you know.
Yeah.
Because the tackling these big backs, you know, straight up, is going to be tough. Because they've got, you know, more of a start when you hit those linebackers. Here he leaned. Oh, nice play. Knifing through, breaks the tackle.
They had him. That's the good part. They were in place. The bad part is they just couldn't get it done. So great call there by the defensive coordinator to put the kids in where they needed to be in the position. They'll figure the tackling out.
But the little stunt there was perfect. It was like what we were talking about
like
pre-snap.
just like you said. And
then, you know, but sometimes, you know, players got to play. You got to make the play.
You got to, yes.
And not to take anything away from this back. I mean, he's tremendous. This time they run to the right. And that's an 8-yard gain, and that is your speed back there. And we were really struggling to see those numbers. I apologize again for our fans from Lakewood tuning in, but it's tough.
Talking about Tom? I can find him.
Yeah. Luke Bustle and I are trying to sort this out. He spots for his dad on public address to get some numbers here. This time the smaller back. Ooh, he's got some elusive speed. He's going to be down to the 5, 4, 3. He's at the 3-yard line.
Another player down.
Yeah, and I think that one's going to be Jeremiah Washington, the junior, number 28. And that's one look that I have here. I'm sorry, that number is Tayshawn Bell. Tayshawn Bell.
He was the one that's the tandem back that the running backs are like the third best backfield in Pinellas County projected this year.
And as a speed back, you saw the low body lean. And you saw him carrying tacklers down the field, and that's your speedy guy.
6 foot 190.
That's your speedy guy, and then you got the other guy behind that.
Sanders.
You got receivers. It's a great looking team here tonight.
Yes. You got a good quarterback. The lineman again. This is a Class 2A school. We are Class 6A.
With that, I'll take a shout out to the 1975 Palmetto Tiger 2A state champions back there. It was a team
Next year will be 50 years.
It was small in number school, but you had you had your big back and Mike Sims and
Ronnie Deans, Tom Tryon on the line, 165-pound guard.
Tom was never mind, wore number 65. That's the number I wanted to have. First thing, JV, talk to Coach Ritchie. I got to have number 65.
Because of
that's
Tom?
Tom Tryon, the coolest guy in town, But here in this game, we're talking about that team and the similarities. They played a very small team. They were very small in numbers, but they were very dynamic. And this team here reminds me, that school much smaller than Palmetto High School, but the percentage of athletes that are coming through there is incredible. Incredible here.
And they had their first losing season.
Sanders on the run, but we had some great defense there. You might pick that up on the Arctic Air replay. I believe Stansel got involved in the play.
When you've had a coach that's been there 18 years and with only one losing season, and you've had put 14 players in the NFL, you're going to regroup real easy.
Yeah, and they came out of there.
Players are going to want to go to Lakewood and be a part of this.
Brings up 1st and goal here from the 5. And now a little change in the backfield. They've got the athlete back there, number 4, Keontae Bias, 6'2". This time, easy sledding.
Easy.
And that's going to be Jamari Sanders just knifing through there, easy run. So now that takes the lead to 30. We've got an extra point coming up here, 53 seconds in the 3rd quarter.
Let's go this way a bit because of my comments.
Yeah, great game management. They have Coach will be happy. I know he'll have a whole lot of opportunities for improvement as they look for number 30. But they've been clicking on all cylinders all night here.
Kick is up and good, and that's linebacker.
Hey guys, Tiger fans, obviously a little disappointed there. Our defense kind of giving up the touchdown pretty easy. A lot of missed arm tackles. Defense just doesn't seem inspired. I don't really see anybody that's standing up as a leader on this defense. Hopefully one of these kids will develop over the next couple of weeks, going into the season a little bit, just shore up this defense a little bit. On a positive note, the other night I was here for the Kenny Ansbro floor deal. I don't know if TigerVision's covered that tonight or not, but they dedicated the basketball floor to Kenny Ansbro, a longtime basketball coach, mentor to many, been an employee here at Palmetto High School for a long time, very well deserved. The Ansbro family as a whole, just a great Palmetto family, and I was happy to be there to see that. Hopefully I got some pictures for you to show, but it was a great night for Palmetto and Palmetto family. Back to you guys.
Tom talking about the Ansbro Aldrich Floor Company there. Kenny Ansbro played with you, Ken.
Yeah.
Dedicated the floor to Ken.
And Tom's spot on. He's great, great administrator here, athletic director. But, he was a pretty good basketball player back in the day. He was a point guard, and, we got to play together. And I remember when he moved here, and came to the boys club, and so happy for him, well deserved.
Matt with the reception, trying to take it out wide. Big hit, goes down at the 19-yard line. So nice high kick, coverage kick, great coverage.
Yeah, they have excelled on special teams. If they can stay focused, avoid the injuries, they can. This team will go deep into the playoffs.
Now we're talking.
Ken, tonight,
got some fans on there.
Yeah, he's got some fans there in the stands.
I jinxed them.
And Palmetto High School, always great. You can always watch TigerVision at any time. Always great to come to the games and be a part of the atmosphere. Gets a great block out there. Turns the corner, and he's going to go down at the 29. But we flipped the switch there. This time, number 14, Nazir Pitchford, who picked up the touchdown with a great block by Matt.
Yes.
This time, it reversed that, and Matt has a nice gain on the play. So those guys are working for each other.
Yes, and that's a good sign. If you can have wide receivers out blocking for each other, because that's just their mentality to be always open, and they want the ball thrown to them every play. So they got to learn to be team, and we're seeing that tonight.
Yarn tries to turn the corner, and
he
is there for the first down. So the Tigers will have a 1st and 10. Clock goes to zeros here in the third quarter. And maybe we can get the stress
You're
box to
watching
communicate with
TigerVision,
Tom. Let's
presented
get
by
his,
Conley Buick GMC. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Tow your boat safely from the stream. Got the Hummer, it's an EV. GMC on my FEET. And you know we keep 100 of the fleet V. Hit goals and I love it when they beep beep. Hottest dealer in the region of the Southeast. Conley GMC was recently just crowned king. Stop by today and get Acadia for you and get Denali for your cousin. Kenya for your granny and Sierra for your husband. Make a great impression when you roll up to the function. The boat behind the truck and you can tow it like it's nothing.
Tigers running the ball, got a big hole up the middle, goes for a 5-yard gain. Driving forward is Trez Yarn, a gain of about 7 on the play. Really, again, great blocking there by the tandem out there.
But they close on you quick. So that gives the Tigers a 1st and 10 on their own 41-yard line. 2 split to the right. Snap, handoff, running to the left side where they've had much success tonight for a short game by Yarn. Brings up a 2nd and 8.
Thanks very much, Ken. Now,
you're the play-by-play guy for sure.
It's no fun, I tell you. You know, now 1st and 10 for the marker says 1st down over there, Ken.
Yes, apparently so. I missed something. Well, they just picked up a couple of yards, so we'll take it.
Now we have number 41 in the backfield, and that's Marquez Brudson.
Watch the end.
He's got a long throw down the gap. He's got a receiver. Ball is tipped at the last second. Great play by the defender. We'll get a number there.
Yeah, he got pummeled by the, as you saw right there as he threw, just a little bit of too much air under that ball. If it would have maybe been a little bit lower, great camera work there, gentlemen. That was so close to being 6 points. Could have went either way.
Yeah, the pressure back there, and that's why you had the big back there. 41, Marquez Birdson was in the backfield. 2nd 10 here for the Tigers. Ball is spotted at the 45-yard line. Throws it out there. Oh, nice block out there. And there's your big back there, number 41 with a block. Marquez Birdson back there. And then Nazir Pitchford again.
The catch. He's nice. Sophomore. He's looking real nice tonight.
So 10-18 on the clock. It is 3rd and 4 for the Tigers.
2 down territory.
And
Sanders is gave him an
there's
option.
a pistol look.
Straight ahead.
Big back straight ahead. There's the thumper that you need. Number 41, Marquez Birdson with a nice run. And that's good to see.
That's good to see, but we have to give the offensive line credit for opening that hole and watching the back do their thing there, and got us another first down.
Tigers really have to have a score now. Ball is on the Spartans' 44-yard line. Handoff. Yarn gets out of one tackle and gets all the way to the 40, just across the 40-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of about 3 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd and 6, a very long 6, short 7.
Yeah, those were 4 tough yards. He had to fight for every one. They're still attacking the right side of Lakewood's defense, where they've had their success tonight.
And so now 8:51 on the clock. There he goes, flips it out there. Great reception out there, very close to the first down. Again, that's Nazir Pitchford, the sophomore, having a great night tonight.
Yeah, this is he's looking good. He's definitely been a bright spot tonight for the Tigers.
So it is 3rd and about 2 yards here for the Tigers. 8:23 on the clock.
Yeah, because now you didn't have time to step on the second dude. You just step open, right? Stick on the running back, stick on the second.
Oh, nice cut by the big back, first down, and that is Marquez Birdson. You don't expect the big back to make that kind of jump cut in the backfield.
Everybody knows who's going to get the ball, and but you don't expect the big back to make a cut like that, because he was going to be met solid there at the line of scrimmage for no gain, putting us at a 4th and 2 or 4th and 3, but we got the first down here, fresh set of downs.
Oh, high snap for Roth, gets it out there quick, nice job, gets a block out there. Nice gain down to the 19-yard line. The big night for Nazir Pitchford continues. Sophomore excels.
That's got to be a half a dozen catches for him. Of course, the big one for the score.
Come on, hey, come on.
That's a lot of upside with some of these young guys here.
Timeout for Lakewood Spartans. 7:25 on the clock. Palmetto Tigers driving, trailing 30 for the Spartans, 7 for the Tigers.
Would you like to do a hit, sir?
Oh, we got some stats here through the third quarter.
Okay, he's thinking.
Obviously, the rushing is the big difference here. Really, total. It disappeared. Looks like they had 202 yards rushing, and then another buck something for the pass. We're going to Tom Porter.
Tom Porter on our Arctic Air sidelines. Tom? There he is. There he is right there.
Come on, Kyrie.
Hey guys, in a blowout game like this, we're trying to do something at the end here. We're trying to find something on the sideline to keep ourselves busy. Got a cast of characters. I'm here with Butch Stansel. I got Bill Britt, the president of the Booster Club. I mean, we're just trying to find some positivity in the situation and see these guys punch it in. Let's see what they get it right now. Come on, let's go Tigers.
Tigers are keeping good company there with Butch Stansel. And this time a very nice run by Yarn, driving forward, first down.
One thing we've seen this half is pretty much both offenses are methodically moving the ball down the field, eating up clock.
Once the dust clears, going to the zero.
Really the whole half. It's been long, sustained drives.
Oh, nice run there. That's Trez Yarn down to the 5-yard line, gain of 5.
And the Tigers look.
Flag late on the play.
They got a kid down.
Okay, according to some eyes in the sky here, it said we'll have maybe pick it up on the Arctic Air replay, but it looks like there might have been some stomping going on there, something extra curricular going on the field.
It's going to be on white.
They're going to sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, according to some eyes
Here
up.
we go.
So we're going to get a look at it here.
They're still talking.
Still they okay, hear it on the Arctic Air replay. And just after
there's the
whistle.
flag. Flag had some hang time. Okay, I didn't see anything.
Well, it looked like the D tackle was stepping through.
Okay.
Defender was on the ground, and from a different angle, it looked like he got him right in the midsection, but he stepped right in between.
Goodness.
You know, it wasn't there on that part of the play. You know, it looked a lot worse than it was. Now over here is the injury.
Another cramp, hopefully. So that's putting the ball inside the.
Okay.
The 2.
Got about 8 adults up there. Anybody give me a number on that? You know, I would have to. Can I maybe get a TigerVision close-up shot? You know, focused in like you would look at the craters on the moon to pick up these numbers on these players tonight. But it's
it's hard.
It's difficult. It's difficult. And again, you know, it's normally not what we do here at Palmetto. So now it's 1st and goal in the Asa Power red zone, as we say.
Third
Second
goal.
goal.
I'm sorry.
Second goal.
It's second. It's a long ways. It's hard to see.
Oh, nice stop there.
Did he get in?
Drives forward, and he's going to be short. They
can get the first down.
Yep. That's right. You can get the first down out of this situation.
They can. It probably looks like they need about a little over, probably 4 feet to get the first down and 5 feet to get the touchdown.
So 3rd and about 2, and then you would end up with a 1st and goal. Let's see what happens. Oh, nice job by the linebacker there. He shakes off of that, drives forward for no gain.
Leaned forward, he got back to the line of scrimmage.
And really, you know, a field goal at this point really doesn't help you. It's 4th and short. Time to put number 41 in there. You want to pull those 2 big players over there. But great effort there.
Yeah, big defensive lineman was holding on to his foot.
Caleb Matt, you know, you saw Malik Harrell out there making a good play for Lakewood. Thank you for the Arctic Air close shot there. We have a much better chance looking at that.
Quarterback,
he's got it, run.
Oh,
no,
man.
Incomplete pass. Incomplete pass, so it will be Lakewood's ball. So 1st and 10, and they'll start this time at the 3-yard line.
So unfortunate they did not get in. That would have made the score a little bit closer.
Yeah, when Roth initially broke out, you know, you could see the lockdown, the receivers in lockdown coverage.
There was a receiver heading towards the end zone that was covered, so that was probably his primary one, but there was somebody there kind of the flat that he didn't have. I thought he might run it too. But
if he turns it straight up the hash instead of going wide, he had an opportunity to, because the 2 receivers out there were locked down in coverage. Really the only chance was to, you know, not run quite so wide, tuck it up the hash mark there. But good defensive play.
Good defensive play and learning opportunity for Roth. Next time he'll figure it out and we'll get the score.
Five minutes and 24 seconds remain here. And, you know, it's really been a dominant performance here tonight by Lakewood. Lots of good players. And I wanted to ask the guys in the truck if you can provide us with some close-up shots on some of these plays, because we have no chance with the Lakewood players.
Just like they're showing off our camera guys.
Yeah, if we can have some really
Bubba.
tight shots, you know.
There's Bubba.
There's the cameraman, Palmetto High School class of 2013, career
Him and
ending.
James graduated together.
Knee injury, freshman season. And Bubba, what's his last name, Ken?
Myrie.
Bubba Myrie up there doing a great job.
He
Thank you.
was a standout rower for the Tigers on the first rowing team that they had.
Yeah, one time the Palmetto Tigers had over 26 sports.
Safety. Oh,
big and just
it's all the way to the 10. They had him locked back there in the end zone.
So, really good run. You know, again, an opportunity for a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Rolls forward, gain of 8 on the play, and brings up a 2nd and 2. Good shot at some of the linemen there. Number 47, Milroy Moten, having a fine game tonight. Actually, listed as a linebacker out there playing on the offensive side of the ball.
Nice stop.
This time it's got to be Cam Kennedy in there with a nice play. Goes nowhere. Really important 3rd down defensively for the Tigers. This just in via Captain Obvious.
They're just taking their time. Clock's their friend.
Power right. Big hole. More.
Great coming out game for him tonight. What, half a dozen catches at least?
Yeah, really piled up, you know, over 100 yards receiving for sure.
Scored a touchdown.
Scored a touchdown, made key blocks out there. Yarn looked pretty good running the ball tonight. And then the big thumper, you know, out there, number 41 for the Tigers, Marquise Birdson, with some fine play, you know. And looking at the Spartans tonight, and I can only tell you, you know, from easily visible, you know, you got a quarterback taking snaps. We can see that that's a quarterback. We can put that together with a back there. But everything else tonight was kind of a guess. And from our vantage point up here, and folks tuning in from Lakewood, hopefully you could see your great players out there making great plays. And tonight, you know, everyone in the press box here across the line, we just really couldn't put it together.
Oh yeah, trying to
acknowledge the players.
Read the numbers. Yeah, it was a impossible task here.
And so we thank the production crew of TigerVision is presented by Conley Buick GMC tonight. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock as this one was winding down. Ken, some of your observations of the game, and then I will close this up.
Well, there may be Porter may interview Coach Sanders. We'll have to look for that. Well, they started off slow. Could that be expected? Yes. But they finally settled down and played some football, especially the offense. From the late in the first half when they took the ball down the field, they got the big play for the score. From the second half on, they looked like a whole different team than they did that started the game, and they settled in. It's apparent as much as defense wants to stop the run first, which we struggled last year. That's still an opportunity for improvement for the defense. But they were playing, despite being a Class 2A team, this is probably one of the better teams in Pinellas County, if not the best, and they have been that in recent years. But I see a lot of upside. These are young kids. They're only going to get bigger, stronger, faster, and they're going to catch up with the speed of the game. And a lot to look forward to. Definitely a lot to look forward to.
And I have to say to the fans of the Spartans, you know, two great backs there, Jamari Sanders and Sean Bell. And
Yes.
sorry for us of mixing those up tonight as we're conducting the presentation tonight. And quarterback play, I thought was great tonight. You know, the quarterback, Aiden Wallace, he ran the ball effectively. His QBR was off the charts. And receivers out there, they had some great receivers. So we tip our hats to the victors tonight. And we'll try to catch an interview with Tom Porter on the sideline.
I will if you want.
So next week we hit the road, here we go. We're going to pick this up.
It is not your job to come rescue a player on the field. It's not your job. That's a bad decision. We're going to learn how to act right. We're going to get this right. If there's severe punishment, so be it. We're going to learn how to act right. And it'll pay dividends on the field. All this talking, all this worried about ourselves, no more. Absolutely no more. The selfishness is gone. It's gone. Don't come back Monday. Okay? Don't come back. This shit's gonna get right. It's gonna get right, okay? On Monday. It's gonna be totally different. Too loose. Way too loose. No more music. Done. Because we can't act right. So we're gonna get this right. Okay? If you don't like it, don't come. If you don't like it, don't play football. Because we're way better than that on the field tonight. We're way better than that. Understand me? Let's go to the locker room. Everybody, go. No, don't stop and talk to people. Go straight to the locker room. Straight to the locker room. Straight to the locker room. Let's go straight to the locker room. Straight to the locker room.
Coach Sanders. Coach, obviously not the night that we all hope for. First of all, let's talk about the football on the field. First quarter started out a little rough, but the defense kind of came back and fought and kept us in that second quarter going into the half. Talk about some of the resilience you saw from this football team tonight.
Our first quarter was terrible. We were ready to play. Mentally too emotional, not paying attention to what our job is. So we're going to get it right. Yeah, second quarter was our best quarter by far. Defense got a stop, all of a sudden a nice drive. But we have so much to clean up, and it's going to start Monday. This is inexcusable.
Obviously, this game doesn't count towards the record. What positives did you see tonight? Offensively, obviously you're an offensive guy. You frustrated us for years here at Palmetto. What did you see, some bright spots on offense that you could point out?
When we didn't beat ourselves, we were fine on offense. We can move the football. We're going to be balanced. We got a nice offensive line. We got good running backs. We can throw. We got playmakers on the outside. Just beating ourselves one too many times to put us behind the sticks. On defense, third and longs, stupid penalties. Just play smart football and we're going to be fine. But we got to clean it up. It's going to start Monday.
As you said earlier, a lot of emotion. I saw it on the sideline all throughout the game. And obviously, blown over at the end, little fight, kids coming off the field. And obviously, Coach addressed the team and said, you can't come off the field. You can't do that. That's not your job. How do you get them to bottle that emotion up and use it on the field and not for stupid reasons like that?
Just keep preaching. The two things we said from the beginning of camp until now, and it doesn't change, the two biggest things that we got to work on has nothing to do with talent. It is paying attention to the little things and discipline, and then controlling our emotions. Those are the two things we have to work on. Clearly, we're not there yet. We have to get there, and it's got to get done Monday.
All right, good luck, Coach. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Hey, guys, obviously not a good game for any of us. TigerVision, we had our struggles. Coaching staff had their struggles. Obviously, the Tigers had their struggles. Lakewood did pretty good tonight. Tonight seemed a little bit like old Palmetto, like not organized, big attitude, getting behind and then getting in the fights afterwards. That's a lot of our past, and we don't need to get back to that. We've had some good, solid football here over the last 15 years, and we need to get back to that. So hopefully Coach Sanders is going to get back to the drawing board, get the offense rolling, get this defense shored up. The offensive line did look good driving at certain times during the game. Hopefully they can build on that and get this running game going, which opens everything else up. And obviously checking the attitudes, and we'll see what the severe penalties are going to be. We'll see which kids are going to be suspended and how long they're going to be suspended and how that's going to affect this team that's already struggling.
That is not a guy that coaches by emotional. That the only thing that I see him do, is celebrate during the victory formation, and at the end of ball games. That kind of thing will not be tolerated, will not be acceptable, and it is not the standard, it is not the brand that Coach Sanders and his coaching staff is bringing to the program here. Over the years, we've seen these things. We've seen sideline warnings get out of control and 15-yard penalties and silly stuff here at Palmetto that has cost us some really big regional-type games. Well, now's the time to clean that up. You want to go back to an old 90s group, boys to men. It's time to quit being children, take some responsibility, and quit passing fault and finding fault, and take action and get to work. And I think that is what you're going to see with this program going forth next week. And I think those problem makers need to, if you're a problem maker, if you're not a team player, if it's all about me, there's probably going to be another home for you somewhere else.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, yeah, you're spot on. He was spot on, Tom. Great learning opportunity here. They're going to have to hit the road here twice, so they're going to have to grow up real quick. And I guarantee you, Coach Sanders and the staff will watch this game 5 times and critique every little thing, and they'll be ready to go to start working on it over this weekend and throughout next week, and getting ready for Alonzo.
So final stats here: 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter when the game was called. Lakewood, 24 rushing attempts, 200 yards, 202 yards. So you're pushing
9
yards a clip. You're not going to win any football games when teams can run on you like that. Passing attempts, 17. The completion ratio, it was very, very, very high.
Well, just yards per on the attempts is very good.
Yes, very good. With a shortened game, 322 yards. Palmetto rushing attempts 12 for only 59. Passing attempts 5 for 47. Really,
They are balanced. That just the numbers aren't where anybody wants them.
And what you'll see some very tough, difficult practices this next time, and I guarantee you that this team will not come out and do undisciplined things next week. The coaching staff here, the athletic administration won't support that kind of activity.
And as I said in the pregame, tonight would be a litmus test, and we know where we stand. We got a good feel where the program is, and we'll take it from there and learn from it.
Now, litmus, is that the sweet and sour thing? Is that?
Yeah, a litmus test,
well, it came out sour if that's the litmus test. Probably an average student here at Palmetto High, with my
your PhD?
PhD Palmetto High degree. We want to thank the staff at TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick.
There they are.
GMC.
There they make the magic
Thank
happen.
you guys for hanging tough and powering through. I'm Brian Varnador, joined by Ken Burton Jr., Troy Bellamy, Tom Porter on the sideline tonight. We want to thank our number one fans for watching us. Be sure to watch us again next week. The Palmetto Tigers will be traveling to Alonzo. Kickoff is at 7:30. 7:30. So we'll probably try to get things started at about 7. Remember, when it comes to great football here, you want to see it here north of the river. It's about the Palmetto High School. One town, one team. Go Tigers.